Good morning, friends. Welcome all to the book club from PSSM UK, Pyramid Spiritual Societies Movement, a wing of Pyramid Societies Movement India, started by Brahmarshi Patriji, who says always read books and spread the knowledge. So, by spreading the knowledge, we awaken ourselves along with all our friends and community. So today we have Master Bindu. She is a transformational life coach, mindset trainer, NLP life coach, corporate trainer, and meditation coach. So today we would like to hear from her about Power of Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. So Bindu Master, it's over to you. Please take over. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Rajshekhar Garu. Hello, friends. Namaste. Good morning, all. A very warm welcome to you for this book club session. I'm really excited today to share with you a wonderful book called The Power of Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy. I'll start sharing my screen and I'm gonna. Okay. So, the book I've chosen today is The Power of Subconscious Mind. This is a wonderful book that was published in 1961 written by Dr. Joseph Murphy, 1963, and it sold over 1 million copies. And this book is all about your mind. What is a conscious mind and what is a subconscious mind? So if one may ask the question, why are some people in the world very rich and why are some people suffering with poverty? Why are some people very healthy and why are some people suffering with bad health? Why are some people having a successful life whereas some people are encountering failures throughout their life? And likewise, you would see different contrast of life in different person living in this world. It's the reason of this is purely because they're not able to understand the mind properly, because they were not able to tap into the subconscious mind. So I'm today very excited to take you through this book and let you know what is this book all about and how can you. Let me tell you, friends, this book is a one-stop solution for every problem in your life. And this is something that, if you read this book, you will have the solution for everything. The techniques that's given in this book are very simple and it can improve every aspect of your life, either it's relationships, your finances, your physical well-being, or your mental well-being, everything. So let me start sharing the knowledge from the book. So this book talks about your mind, which is the subconscious mind. So the treasure house within you. So there is a gold mine within you, which extract everything you need to live a glorious, joyful, and abundant life. The secret, the master secret of all ages, is basically the tapping into the subconscious mind. You are living in a fathomless sea of infinite riches. So, what is this? What is this treasure house then? The treasure house is your subconscious mind. So, what is the power of this subconscious mind? If you want to bring into your life more power, more wealth, more happiness, you've got to get in touch with the subconscious mind. And when there is a subconscious mind is basically the infinite wisdom, infinite power, infinite supply that is necessary for your own development. And it is waiting, it's within you. You don't need to go anywhere, it's just within you. All you need to do is actually tap into the subconscious mind. The infinite intelligence within your subconscious mind can reveal everything to you, whatever you want. It can answer every question that you ask. It can fulfill all your wishes. It can fulfill your dreams. It can talk to you. It can do everything. So this is the power. This is the power of your subconscious mind. Through the wisdom of your subconscious mind, you can attract either your companion you want in your life, your business, better success, wealth, prosperity, anything that you like to attract in your life is again dependent on how well you're connecting with your subconscious mind. So So let me tell you the difference between the conscious and the subconscious mind. We have two minds. One is the analytical mind, which is the mind that we use. That's only 10% of our mind, which is used for critical thinking, logical thinking, willpower, short-term memory. So this is the mind that we use every day to do our jobs, like working. We're working with thinking using a mind. So this is what your conscious mind is doing. Whereas your subconscious mind, if you look at the picture, it tells you it's like an iceberg. You would only use 10% of your mind, which is a conscious mind, whereas a 90% hidden is your subconscious mind. What is hidden in the subconscious mind then? How is it formed? The subconscious mind is formed because of your belief system, your, the whatever you encountered in your development stages from your childhood. It's actually formed because of that. Your emotions, your feelings, your habits, and your addictions, and your imagination, it's all submerged into this subconscious mind. So, whatever you sow into the subconscious mind will reap into your body and your environment. Since the subconscious mind is subconscious, the one great feature of subconscious mind that we need to understand, it has no judgments, it does not reason, it does not ask you questions. It will take whatever the conscious mind is telling you. So this is the big difference between your conscious mind and subconscious mind. So if you're using only 10% of your mind, how do we tap into the subconscious mind? That is the treasure house within you. That is your wealth. This is what we need to tap into. So imagine now if you're a captain of your ship, your conscious mind is the captain of your ship. So whatever your conscious mind tells you, if you think if you're a captain and you have the crew in the ship as well, when whatever the captain orders, the crew would follow the same order of the captain. They don't have any right to question. In the same way, your conscious mind is the captain. So making sure that your conscious mind, we would use conscious mind as a captain. That means we are only taking the right decision. So subconscious mind takes the orders given by the conscious mind. Either it believes it or it doesn't believe it. It just accepts it to be true. Your captain gives you a command, the crew accepts it, right? In the same way, you have to understand whatever conscious mind perceives to be true, subconscious mind takes it for granted. So now think good, good will follow. Think evil, evil will follow. So this is what happens to your mind. Your subconscious mind does not argue with you or with the conscious mind. It accepts whatever the conscious mind decrees, which is the order. So when you say things like, "Oh, I can't afford it," I'm no good. I can't. I'm not worthy to get a promotion in my workplace. So if you keep talking words like that, your conscious mind, your subconscious mind would take that as to be true, and you would see events in your life that would be coming out in the same way as your conscious mind perceived it to be. So I want to give you a little example here. So there was a lady in New York who walked on the road and she saw a beautiful shop, and there she saw a beautiful handbag. She fell in love with the handbag and she did not have money to buy the bag. And then she said, "Oh, I can't afford this." But immediately she reversed the statement. She thought, "Okay, no, I don't want to say that. I love that handbag and it is mine." She left the statement saying with a positive command, "That is mine." So that evening, when she went back home, her husband came back home and gave her a beautiful gift. And behold, when she opened the gift, it was the same handbag that she saw in the shop. So if you can relate to this example or this story, your conscious mind is the watchman. Make your conscious mind as watchman of the gate. Never leave a statement with a negative ending. Always reverse it out with a positive. Make sure your conscious mind is taking that positive statement. So choose happiness and abundance in your life. This is what we can do. So we have the choice. Either you want to choose lack or you want to choose abundance. So the miracle power of your subconscious mind. So your subconscious mind is a book of your life. Whatever you write in this book is what is going to manifest in your life. So your thoughts, your beliefs, your opinions, and your theories are all impressed onto your subconscious mind, and you shall share. You would see those experiences coming through in your life. So when a brain receives a thought, which is the organ of the conscious reading mind, and the conscious mind accepts it, and then it sends it to the solar plexus called the brain of a mind, which it becomes flesh and it manifests into experience. So you can now understand whatever you write in your conscious mind gets impregnated into the subconscious mind, where there is a book. If you see, that is a book where your belief system, your experiences, your theories, your analysis of the previous experience is all written in that subconscious mind. Now we have a duty to make sure if there's something negative in our subconscious mind, we can actually change it. It's never too late to change it. The reason we've never known about this is we never read these books, and nobody has taught about this in our schools. So this is where we can take this great opportunity to read these books and then try and impress a subconscious mind. So now, what is impressed in your subconscious mind is expressed. So when your subconscious mind is of infinite intelligence, and it has got that boundless wisdom that we spoke about. So whatever is impressed into your subconscious mind is actually taken in. So if you think of negative, destructive, and vicious thoughts, what happens? There should be a vent out of these emotions, right? So these comes out in the form of diseases, ulcers, heart attacks, tensions, anxieties. This is what these emotions are going to be vented out through diseases. So we got to be very careful, friends. We have to make a conscious mind as a watchman of the gate, making sure there's no negative emotion entering into our mind, because we know what is the consequence of that emotions doing into our body. So how to get subconscious mind to work? So this is the most interesting part. How we know that there's two minds, conscious mind and subconscious mind. But then we know there's so many hidden patterns, emotions, traumas that's hidden in our subconscious mind. So what do we do? How do we undo that? How do we get this subconscious mind to work? So we need to understand that subconscious mind is actually working 24/7. Even if it is night or day, you're awake or you're sleeping, it is actually working. Your subconscious mind is the builder of your body. So even when you're sleeping, you know that your heart is beating, you're breathing, and you're respirating. So all this is happening just because of your subconscious mind. It controls your body. So our business here now is to control a conscious mind, because subconscious mind is basically it's the divine power which is there within us, right? So now how do we take care of a conscious mind is what we need to understand better. How do we get that habitual thinking of having a positive thoughts in our mind, which is going to be reproduced into the subconscious mind? So the healing power of subconscious mind. So this book which I'm talking about has n number of case studies, and it is very difficult for me to bring everything in 1 hour session. But I've tried to bring some stories here and there just to make you understand that yes, this is true, this does work. So when you think about subconscious mind, if you whatever your subconscious mind has is that infinite intelligence, and it has that healing power as well. So now, how do we impress a subconscious mind? Faith, faith or belief. Faith is like a seed. So you plant in your mind, water it, and fertilize it, and it gets manifested. Believe that in reality, your mind will happen to pray for betterment of others also implies to you. So again, if you pray for the betterment of other people, it also gets reflected upon you. So now, when we go to temples in India or any world, any parts of the world where we believe in God. So, for example, we go to a pilgrimage and we pray. What happens? We do see that wish is being fulfilled, right? So, how does that wish get fulfilled? It only gets fulfilled because you're believing that that your wish is going to be fulfilled. You're having that faith, and actually it is a subconscious mind which is actually fulfilling your desire, whatever you're thinking. So here, what's more important is belief. Belief is the key. You've got to believe that this is going to come true. So most important thing is, for healing or for the wishes to be fulfilled or anything to be achieved in life, the important thing is the belief and the prayer. So just like an engineer has techniques for building a bridge or an engine, the mind also have techniques governing them and controlling them. So now it's the prayer. Prayer is a form of a belief, right? So why do we pray? We pray because we believe that's going to be fulfilled. So prayer is a formulation of an idea concerning something we wish to be accomplished. Prayer is a soul's sincere desire. Your desire is your prayer. It comes out from the deepest needs and it reveals the things that you want in life. So now, for example, somebody wants some healing to be done into the body, or and they go to a pilgrimage place like Lourdes, that's in France. So they drink the holy water with the belief that this holy water is going to cure the elements in the body, or any diseases that that person may have. The reason why that person seems to heal that ailment is purely because of that belief that he had and that water. So it's the subconscious mind which is actually healing that person. So this is what we need to understand. Anything that you do with belief, your conscious mind takes it and impregnates into the subconscious mind, and all your desires or your wishes will get fulfilled. So now, how is that possible? So passing over techniques from impregnating the subconscious mind. So now we need to understand what are those techniques. We said that yes, we need to have belief. We need to have also need to have an emotion, because the reason when we go to temples or any churches or any pilgrimage places is because we are emotionally connected to the divinity there, and we are going there with the belief that whatever you pray for is going to be fulfilled, right? So there's a belief, there's an emotion. So this is the two important key things that's needed for your conscious mind to accept it, which is going to impregnate into your subconscious mind. So now this consists essentially in using subconscious mind with the request that's handed by the conscious mind. So now calmly, now that if there's something that you wanted to overcome, or there is something you wanted to fulfill. So here I've given an example of a little girl who had a very bad cough and a sore throat, and she wants to get better. So this little girl declared firmly and said repeatedly, I'm passing away. It is passing away now. It is passing away now. So what she's saying, the sore throat and cold is passing away, and miraculously within an hour, the cold and sore throat, she's relieved from that. So how did this happen? This happened purely because of the belief you had, and purely with an emotion that's attached because she wants to heal herself, and also purely repetition. One more important thing with subconscious mind to reprogram in is your repetition. You got to keep repeatedly say something. That's when it gets impregnated. So these are the three key elements, friends, which you need to remember. The difference between conscious and subconscious, and how do we impregnate it, is through belief system, believing it to be true, and the emotion, attach an emotion to it, and then with repetition, repeating the same thing over and over and over again. Okay. your subconscious will accept your blueprint now. So when we talk about blueprint, what does that mean? So when we buy a house, or when we build a house rather, or when we have a planning to buy a house, we think of what is the color of the walls you wanted, or where do you want that extension, or how do you want that, what are the materials that you want to use for your house. In exactly same way, we need to understand what is the blueprint of our mind. Is our mind full of mental worries, tensions, anxieties, doubts? What is it? What are we having in our mind? These are the key elements that gets impregnated into subconscious mind. So now, if you're building your mental home, yes, that's your mind. So what is that that needs to go into your mind? Making, because your conscious mind, your subconscious mind is actually awake 24 by 7, and your conscious mind is actually feeding it. So now you need to think, what is the food? So we call it Neville Goddard is again a great author somewhere is who written many books in early 90s. He talks about he talks about mental diet and self talk. So mental diet is something that you take into your mind. It's not the diet, just like the diet we eat. It's the diet that we take, feed into our mind. What are you watching? What are you listening? Who are you talking to? What kind of thoughts you're talking, or what kind of conversations you're having? What are the emotions you're feeding your mind with? This is all constitutes as a mental diet. So it's so important for us to make sure that we consume positive, positive thoughts into our mind. We let go of any negativity. So if you want to build radiant health, you only want to listen something which is positive to your health, not something negative, because you're feeding that into your mind. Though, because when you hear something negative, you're going to get emotionally connected with that negative talk, right? So that's going to go and sit into your subconscious mind. So it's so important that we take only those positive thoughts, positive emotions into our mind. So whatever now, so if you want to have a positive outlook of life, then what you need to do, making sure that your mind is open to all this positive, positive thinking, positive visualization, and making sure you're rehearsing in your mind studio. I'm going to give you some examples and some wonderful techniques in this book. It's just mind blowing. So visualization technique, one of the technique that was taught here, how do we impregnate a subconscious mind, is visualization. The easiest and the most obvious way to inspire our mind and try to achieve what we want is through visualization technique. So if you can see something with your naked eye, which is existing in your external world, similarly you can visualize in your mind's eye exactly what exactly you want. So this process of thinking forms impressions into your mind. These impressions turns becomes manifested as facts and experience in your life. So, for example, if somebody is planning to buy a new house, just visualize that you're living in that house. You're having a happy time with your family. You have friends coming to see you. So, what happens by this? You're visualizing it. So, and then when you have friends in your house, you're emotionally getting connected to it. So, again, and then believing it, when you're seeing in your eye, that means you're believing it to be true, right? So you're fulfilling all the three elements of your subconscious mind. So this technique is an amazing technique to fulfill whatever you want in your life. So, and the author gives an example here. So there's many times that he had this fear of public speaking. So what he used to do, he used to visualize himself, going into a very quiet place and visualize himself in the wheels of his mind, imagining that he is giving a great speak, and the auditorium is filled with women and men, and then everyone very happy, and they and he sees them as radiant, happy, and free. So if you're imagining something, just making sure connect with it emotionally. So this is how the author has used the visualization technique to make sure. And then obviously, he finished his seminar, and it was a great seminar, and he just fulfilled it just through the power of visualization. If I just add something, from Abraham Hicks, is again a great author, and a channel master. She talks about visualization can do a work of 10 hours worth of labor, physical labor. So 5 minutes of visualization can do such a replace your 10-hour labor. Why would we not choose to visualize? That's the most easiest way to visualize and achieve our dreams. So the next one, mental movie method. So this is again, a picture is worth of thousand words, right? We all know that. So for example, there's a case study that is given in this book where this person who is trying to sell a house, and he believed in his subconscious mind. So he claimed that there's an infinite intelligence which is in my subconscious mind. I'm attracting, I'm trying to use that. What he did, he visualized, he created a mental movie saying that, he visualized what is the price that he wants to sell that house for, right? And also he wanted, he basically also put that mental effort. He went into a quiet place, relaxed, and he let go of any situation currently, but all his effort was mentally seeing that mental movie. So what he did, he visualized the amount that he wants to sell that house for, and then he visualized somebody who is put an offer for that house, and they're given a handshake and given him the check that he wanted. So and most important thing, friends, it's important that we understand visualization techniques to be done very early in the morning or before you're going into sleep, because it's the best time to do this visualization and mental movie methods, because it just goes into your subconscious, because your conscious mind is not going to be active when you go to sleep, right? It's actually going to work. So now with this example, that so he has basically achieved what he wanted to achieve because he's impressed his subconscious mind with this mental movie method. So a mental picture held in his mind, backed by faith, has come to pass. So he very easily, sold his house and achieved what he wanted to achieve. So this is one great example that was given in the book. And there's another technique again to to for impregnating the subconscious mind is Baudian technique. So, what is this technique then? This was actually invented by Charles Baudian, a French NLP psychiatrist. So, this is a very simple method of securing what you want. So, again, impressing your subconscious mind. So, what it does in this technique is basically you're going to use some phrases with belief that it's going to be done. So now the case study given in this book is a young lady from Los Angeles was engaged in some prolonged, bitter, lawsuit, with the family just because over a will. So she was very unhappy. So what she used to do, the technique that she used was this technique. So what she did was she relaxed her body in an armchair, entered into that deep sleepy state, um, and suggested, before she entered into the sleepy state, she suggested 6 words. What she said, it is finished in divine order. Okay, so what that means is that the significance of this words is she's telling her subconscious mind there's a divine intelligence or an infinite intelligence that's operating through the subconscious mind, and I want this divine intelligence to fulfill my wish. So she continued this procedure every night for about 10 nights. And after she got into sleepy state, she would also, she used to call it like a lullaby. So that means she's always speaking the same thing with a statement. It is finished in divine order. So she used to until she got into that sleepy mode, she used to say that it is finished in divine order. So that means she's telling her subconscious mind that this is done. So what happened on the 11th day? The lawyer, the solicitor from the other party called up and said the other party has withdrawn their claim. They do not want to proceed any further. So this is how she was able to, get what she wanted. Basically, she was able to win that case because the other person obviously has withdrawn the case. So this is what is another great technique that you would use in order to impress your subconscious mind. Another technique that's been told in this book is the sleeping technique to get rid of any destructive habits. So if somebody has any destructive habits, what we need to do. So before entering into sleepy, drowsy state of mind, it's all before you go to sleep, friends, because that's when your conscious mind is put to rest and your subconscious mind takes over. So so this is again assuming that you take the most comfortable posture or relax your body, or even before going to sleep, you keep saying again and again like a lullaby, I'm completely free from this habit. Harmony and peace of mind regime supreme. So you could just say, I'm free from this habit. I don't know, whatever habit we have, or probably a negative habit or a destructive habit. You could just affirm yourself saying that yes, I'm completely coming off this habit. So if you repeat it slowly and lovingly for 5 to 10 minutes in the night and the morning before you go to sleep, and the early morning you wake up, this is going to work. And because each time you repeat the words, the emotional value gets better and better. The most important here is getting emotionally connected. So say it out loud. I want to free myself from, I'm completely free. We're not saying I am going to, I'm completely free, as if it's already been done. So this is again a great technique that's been told in the book. Next technique is thank you technique. So again, this is a wonderful technique. So again, it's something similar to gratitude that we do. So thank you. A thankful heart is always close to the creative forces of the universe and causing countless blessings to flow towards it by a law of reciprocal relationship based on the cosmic law of action and reaction. So again, whatever you give out comes back to you in manifold. We know that it's a law of cause and effect. So here it's something similar. So there's a case study in the book. So there's a person called Mr. Brooke. So he applied this technique. So he had children, and he was not able to pay his bills, and he was out of work, and he did not have money. So he was in a very broke situation. But regardless of that, regularly morning and night, what he did was for 3 weeks repeated, "Thank you, Father, for my wealth," in a very relaxed manner. The reason why we say relax is because you're getting emotionally connected. You're not saying just for the sake of saying, you're saying it with emotion. So when he imagined that he was addressing the infinite power and the intelligence within him, knowing, of course, that intelligent mind is going to help him. So this is what he did. He did it with faith and belief that this divine intelligence is going to help him. So one day, so after doing it for 3 weeks, so one day he met his old employer on the street, and then he bumped into him. He spoke to him, and then this person offered him a job, and he also gave him a loan for uh, $500, so that he can at the moment heal his current situation. So can you believe it, friends? I mean, this is what happens to us when we are in that mode of thank you and gratitude, regardless of what situation. People think I'll say thank you when I am in a better position, but we need to heal our situation now. So saying thank you day and night with that gratitude heal this person's position. So this is again a great technique that's been taught in the book. Now again, another interesting thing. So this book has given answers for everything: wealth, health, healing, relationships, better business. So it's for everything. So again, I want to tell you something from this power, how to use a subconscious mind for your wealth. So again, this talks about how can you create wealth in your life. So now the book talks about saying that, the ideal method of building a is wealth conscious. You know, we need to, it's all about consciousness. It's not about how much we have. We need to expand our consciousness, and we need to build that wealth consciousness. So every day, if you repeat yourself 4 or 5 times, wealth success. So again, that the reason we say that is because the mind understands wealth and then again success. So, the inner power of the subconscious mind, you anchor the mind with the substantial power within you, right? So the feeling of wealth produces wealth. Just consciousness. What is consciousness? It's your awareness for wealth. So if you increase your awareness for wealth, what that means is your wealth will automatically flow into your life. The feeling of wealth produces wealth. Your subconscious mind is like a big bank, or sort of a universal bank or financial institution. It magnifies whatever you deposit or impress into the subconscious mind. So where do you want to put your thoughts on? So now consciousness means you could say I don't have money, or you could say I am wealthy, I've got enough. So what do you want to choose? You would want to choose saying I'm wealthy, I've got everything. So that is what the consciousness means. The more and more you become conscious about, wealth conscious, you become wealthy. So that's what it says. But sometimes we say, many people says, people use affirmations. I say, oh, I'm a multimillionaire, I'm well, things like that. But sometimes these doesn't really work. Why is the reason? So the book tells us that, affirmation succeed best when it's specific and when it is not produced as a mental conflict or argument. If I have to say I'm a millionaire, I'm saying it just for the sake of saying it, but my mind doesn't accept it. I know I'm lying. So this is where it is. So I'm not emotionally connected to it. I'm verbally saying I'm a millionaire, but no, I know that I'm not a millionaire. And so I'm not impressing my subconscious mind with that. So, your subconscious mind will only accept and take it as a true when, when it is, you are emotionally connected. So we get emotionally connected to the negative ones, but not with the positive ones when we really want to. So then it only takes, the conscious mind takes a dominant idea. What is the dominant? Is your positive or negative? It just takes that idea into your mind. So the true source, so where is this true source? Your subconscious mind is never short of ideas. So if you want to gain wealth in life, your subconscious mind is there to give you different ideas. There are infinite number of ideas ready to flow into your conscious mind, that can, appear, that can bring in prosperity and wealth into your life. So this process will continue to go into your mind regardless whether. So now we, many people ask the question, I mean, how can I become wealthy? There is a recession outside, there's a stock market is down, or uh, there is external environment, there is COVID, there's a lot of external environment that is impacting my financial situation. But that is wrong. It's got nothing to do with external environment. You're tapping into your own consciousness, your own infinite intelligence that's within you. You're not dependent outside. It's all within you. So if you really want to gain wealth, you need to tap into that. Just have that heart to listen. Impress it with the positive thoughts, positive ideas, positive emotions. Get emotionally connected. That's when you'll have more and more ideas that's coming into your conscious mind from your subconscious mind. So your conscious and subconscious mind must agree. And again, like I said, conscious mind, you have to make sure your conscious mind agrees to what you're emotionally getting connected. So whatever is the dominant idea, that is what happens. So deposit thoughts of prosperity, wealth, success into your subconscious mind, and later it will give you compound interest. Means that just multiplies. So your true source of wealth consists of ideas in your mind, right? You can have an idea worth $1 million. Your subconscious will give you the idea to seek. So now another stumbling block that actually blocks prosperity, even though, okay, you're doing so much to impress your subconscious mind, but there are some blocks that will not allow you to create that abundance of wealth in your life is because of envy and jealousiness. This is something really, really bad that we need to try and eliminate from our system altogether. Because if we have these blocks, there is no way we're going to move any further. Okay, the block of wealth is your mind itself. Destroy that block now by getting into good mental terms with everyone. So it's so important. So we'll know a bit more about why. So why does envy and jealousy comes? Because you're angry on somebody. So forgiveness is a key to heal this envy, jealousiness, and greed. So we will know a bit more on that. So your subconscious mind and the wonders of sleep. So subconscious, like I said, subconscious mind is working throughout and it doesn't stop. It's always working. So it's controlling all the vital activities in your body. So it's very important that we actually give a good rest to our body. Why is that? Because it's only when you sleep, your conscious mind stops, in the sense you're not logically thinking, right? And your subconscious mind becomes very active. So this is a divine wisdom within, which is in a subconscious mind. So I'll tell you an example how in a subconscious mind comes and even speaks to you. So this is again the case study that is given in the book by Dr. Murphy. The wisdom of a subconscious mind can instruct you and protect you relative to the request and actions as you go to sleep. For example, so in this case study, so many years ago, so this author, before the Second World War, he was actually given an assignment and he needed to actually go somewhere. So when he went to sleep, he knows that the infinite divine intelligence within me knows everything, and he was unsure that he should travel or not. So this is a thought that he had just before he went to sleep. He said, "There's a divine intelligence within me, and it knows all the right actions and right decisions that I should be taken. So I want to be guided by this divine order." So he repeated the simple prayer over and over again, and prior to he went to sleep. And then in that night, he had a dream where he had a dream, and in that dream he had an old friend appeared, and he said, "Read these headlines. Do not go." So this is the message he got in his dreams. So the headlines of the newspaper which appeared in the dream related to the war and the attack on Pearl Harbor. So this is where he was actually trying to travel, and now the instruction was given is, "Do not go. There is a war and an attack." So can you imagine the wonders of the subconscious mind? It comes and helps you, guards you, protects you. It speaks to you in the form of dreams. So all we need to do is tap into it. Just realize that there is a wealth in us that we need to, unforgotten wealth that we need to tap into. How to use your subconscious mind to remove fears? So again, many people have various fears. For example, the fears could be either because they wanted to it could be probably because they have a fear of height. Some people have fear of for example, in this case study, I like to tell you a student who overcame the fear of public speaking. So again, this is a similar technique that he used several nights before he was going for this public speaking. He visualized himself, in a very calm way, saying that, "I'm going to master my fear." And then he started speaking very confidently, as in a very relaxed manner, that, my fear, he's agreed that there is a divine intelligence that is in him, and then he needs to take help of this divine intelligence. So what he did was he basically kept repeating, "I'm relaxed and I'm ease." So when he kept saying that every day by day, what happened? The conscious mind sinks down into your subconscious the thought through the osmosis. This is a process where it just moves from one to another. So like the fluids of, through a porous, it's a scientific term. So like that, slowly the thoughts get synced into your subconscious mind. So as these positive seeds or thoughts sink into subconscious area, they grow after their kind, and you become poised, serene, and calm. So this is exactly what the student have done, just to overcome his fear of public speaking. So again, this is a great technique. So just relaxing yourself, visualizing, saying that I'm going to master my fear. I'm very positive. Just using that with emotion and connecting with your own self and believing. Most important is believing that there is a subconscious mind, a divine intelligence or infinite intelligence within you, which is going to help you with your fear. So step this way to freedom from fear. So again, there's few examples. So if you do the thing you're afraid of. So again, how do you come away from fear? How do you move away from fear? Is doing the thing that you're scared of. So again, this is something, this is a way to master your fear. If you're scared about heights, go for, mountain climbing or something just to get rid of the fear. So fear is a man's greatest enemy. So, behind any failures or, sicknesses, it's because of the fear that we have. So what do? We now, instead of fear, we choose love. Just love is an emotional attachment to fall in love with honesty, justice, good, and success. So when you can, why does fear comes in? For example, the fear comes in when you're in a competitive mode with somebody where you have the habits of greed, jealousy, anger towards somebody. So again, if you can remove some of those qualities like greed and competitiveness, you can infuse with love. Love is the one which has got the highest frequency, which can heal everything. So again, that is something that we could do. And somebody is there's another example where somebody is very scared to swim in the water. So how do you do that? How do you overcome that fear? So one again example given in this book is, imagine yourself swimming in water. Imagine feeling the chill and the thrill of swimming across the pool, and make it so vivid. Connect with it. So as you do that, subjectively, you will compel to go to water and conquer it. So when you have visualized it, you've seen it in your mind. What happens is the fear goes away, and then you will overcome that fear of swimming. So again, this is how the law of the mind works. Okay. So again, fear of failure. So if you have a fear of failure, give your attention to success. If you're afraid of sickness, give your attention to perfect health. This is what we need to contrast it. Wherever there is a negativity, then just flip it with a positive thought, so that the negative thought will go away. Right. So, your subconscious mind as a partner in success. How do your subconscious mind? How do you partner with your subconscious mind? So, some great case studies. So, movie actor with very little education made his dream come true. As becoming as a great movie star just through imagination and visualization, right? So he did not have any formal education. He did not he was basically doing is, he was in a very he was not even in a city. He was in a very is in a very small village, and he was farming. But all the time when he's doing that farming and gazing the cattle, what he was vividly imagining and visualizing that he can become a movie actor, and he will be seen on a big screen. And this is what exactly has happened. So this is again a great way to partner a success with the help of your subconscious mind. So a boy of 16 turns failure into success. So this boy again could not remember anything. He has to go to the exam. He prepared very well, but when he goes to the exam, he's failing. So then there was a technique. This was so what he was told is to try this technique, and he then realized that he kept telling to himself that I realize my subconscious mind is a storehouse of memory. It retains everything I read and hear from my teachers. I have a perfect memory, and the infinite intelligence in my subconscious mind constantly reveals to me everything I need to know during my examination. So I radiate love and goodwill to all my teachers and fellow friends. I sincerely wish them success for all. So this is what he kept telling himself every day and night. So what happened? He eventually succeeded his exam. So here there's few things, just not only impressing the subconscious mind, he's wishing good for his fellow teachers and wishing good for the teachers and fellow students, and then also he's believing in himself there is this divine intelligence. So this is a he's using all those elements too in order to impress his subconscious mind. How can it distinguished scientist? So again, how a distinguished scientist brought forth his invention. Again, Nikola Tesla, again a great scientist who used his brilliant electric, his inventions and innovations. So again, he used the power of his subconscious mind, and everything that he visualized in his mind's eye was actually had no defects when it's actually manufactured, because he believed that divine intelligence is guiding him and taking him forward. So it's that belief, friends, more than anything is the belief and the trust you would have in your subconscious mind. So your subconscious mind and harmonious human relationships. Again you want to, how do you heal your relationships with other people? So your subconscious mind again is a recording machine. It records everything which produces in your habitual thinking. Thinking good of others actually does good, and if you're thinking bad, does bad to others and yourself as well. So again, hateful or resentful thoughts is a mental poison. So if you're having hateful and resentful thoughts, it's your mental poison. Like I spoke about that mental diet. Do not think ill of any other, because that's not going to only do harm, to it's doing more harm to yourself rather than to others, because it's actually a poison that you are consuming rather than giving it to somebody. It's like you taking the poison but you wanting somebody to die. It doesn't work like that. So your mind is a creative medium. Therefore you think and feel about others, you're bringing to past your own experiences. Whatever you're thinking is going to reflect back to you. So it's so important that we think good of ourselves and also think good of others. You are the only thinker in this world, so you're responsible for your thoughts. Okay, whatever happens, you might think of other person as good or bad, but we don't know what that person is, but it is you who is thinking it. So you're responsible for your thoughts, and your thoughts are being reproduced. If I think somebody, whatever the person can be, if I think bad of him, this is what is going to be reproduced in the life as an event. Or else if I'm thinking bad, that's what is going to follow. So we need to be mindful of what we are thinking. What exactly are we telling ourselves about another person? Okay, and your inner speech represents your silent thoughts. So this is about self-talk, which I spoke about. What is that you're talking? It's mental chatter. You're not actually saying, seeing, but then you are thinking and you're telling yourself something about somebody. So again, that's again be something we got to be very mindful of. So wish for others what you wish for yourself. So wish for what you want to have, a good, abundant, happy, healthy life. Equally, you got to wish the equal life for others. Can't wish another, a negative life for others. So this, because that's going to come back to you. Your inner world is a reflection of your outer world. So just whatever you think circles back. So all you owe a person in this world is love. So just give love to people and happiness, and everything will be a blessing in your life. So finally, forgiveness. So again, we spoke about those attributes, negative qualities or negative emotions of greed, anger, resentment. So you need to make sure that we need to forgive people. So life has no favorites. The divine intelligence doesn't favor anyone. All we are creating is our own thing, what your thoughts and emotions. So forgiveness is vitally important to heal. So if you want to, if you have any hatred, resentment, or any qualities, you cannot attract abundance in your life. Forgive yourself and everybody by pouring out love and joy. So continue until such time as you meet them in your mind as a piece. So the one great way to one technique which was told in this book to forgive people is, again, quiet your mind, relax, and think of God and His love for you, and affirm, I fully forgive. So if there's a person you want to forgive in your life, just name that person. I fully forgive so and so. I release him mentally and spiritually. I completely forgive everything connected with the master, with the matter in this question. I'm free and she's free. So you're setting yourself free and you're setting the other person. This will be the marvelous feeling. So you don't have to think about that person anymore. So you release everyone who has hurt you. This is so important for you. So you just release any kind of resentment, greed, or anything that you have in your subconscious mind. Okay. I think we're just on time. Thank you. I'll just stop sharing now. Just in the interest of time, I have to go really fast, friends. If you have any questions or anything. Sorry.
Wonderful session. Wonderful session. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hi. Actually, I would like to know how to overcome negative thoughts and how to replace the negative thoughts.
Yeah. So if you have a negative thought, what we say is replace it with a positive thought. So negative thought could be something like, I'm just giving a random example. Probably you would say, okay, I'm not worthy, probably, for example, I'm just giving an example in the workplace when you're not happy and you're not being recognized, then the immediate thought in your mind is, oh, I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy of a promotion. But then don't say that. Just replace it with a positive thought saying, I'm worthy. I'm worthy of everything in life. So this is how you, and again, another example which I told you in the beginning, that where this lady wanted to buy this bag and she did not have the money. She said, oh, I can't afford it. I can't do it. But then she immediately replaced it, saying that, oh, no, this is mine. I'm worthy of it, and this is mine. Even though she didn't have money, she didn't even believe she had money, but she convinced her mind, saying that I'm worthy of it. I deserve it. This is what she said. And see what happens in that evening. And the boyfriend gave the same present to her. So that's how we need to. If you have any negative thought, what we do is we just flip it with a positive. Never leave any statement negative. Always complete it with a positive statement.
We need to reprogram our mind.
Yes, exactly. So that is those are the techniques of mental diet. What is it because remember, conscious mind is the watchkeeper, right? So what are you taking into your mind? You have to think. Don't put any negative, for example, the most easiest thing I can think of is watching TV, and 90% of it's all negative, and none of them add any value to your life, right? But why are we taking it? Why are we watching the TV, which is very negative news, right? And then we get emotionally connected because we are visually seeing those pictures and images, and we get connected to it. So that is why we have to be mindful. What is a mental diet like? What are we watching? What are we listening? What are we talking? What is our inner chatter like? Again, it can't be watching and hearing. Sometimes we talk in our mind, isn't it? Oh, I'm so stupid. Never say that, because the subconscious mind is listening. I hope I answered your question.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Wonderful session, Bindu. That was lovely. Thank you so much and the way you presented it as well. It made a lot of sense, and Yeah, thank you for sharing. And I would just like to add there that this law of attraction and law of the subconscious mind, it's a law of friends. It's just like a law of gravity or Newton's law. It works at every instance. There's no time that it doesn't work or the law doesn't work, because a law is a law. It works in every situation. So I would say just experiment with it, with small things in your life, and that'll affirm your belief in it as well.
Absolutely. These are universal laws, friends. Nobody can tweak the universal laws. We can tweak the man-made laws, but not the universal laws. Unfortunately, we've never been taught about these laws in our schools, so we don't have that awareness. But these laws are constantly working. Every thought is creating a reality. Yet bhabam tad bhavati, that's what we say, right? So it's so important. How do we, behave? How do we think? How do we feel? How do we connect our emotions? It's all so important. And friends, just want to show you, this is the book. I mean, The Power of Subconscious Mind, but it does have various, front covers depending on the version. But this is absolutely amazing book. I really request all of you to read this book. Lot of case studies, because it's only 1 hour. I felt I rushed it, and I've added only one of few examples or case studies in there. But everyone should read it. Subconscious mind can only be reprogrammed through repetition, constant repetition of any thought. So anything can be achieved. We just have to believe that divine intelligence and infinite intelligence. All we need to do is tap into it, and anything can be achieved. Nothing is impossible. Like the book says, we don't need to depend on external environment. We just have to just depend on our own self.
Hi, Bindu. I'm Loveleen. I would like to just share my experience. Just now someone shared. I can't recall. I didn't know who was it who shared. Like, just experiment. It's so true, because I started with experimenting. I've it also started with faking till you make it. Like, sometimes you have to fake it. Sometimes you're still worried, you're still fearful, you'll still think that, okay, am I gonna really attract this thing or not? But just be consistent, because if every time you feed in those thoughts to your subconscious mind, it becomes your reality. And I've seen it work with my own eyes. Like, I've attracted a lot of things for me to believe in it completely, both negative and positive, meaning that there was a time where I even attracted, I really wanted to go for an IFA awards, and it was not in my country, it was in another country. Actually, it started by me trying to attract and manifest the ticket, and that actually happened. So that was one good thing, like a small example of a good thing. And a negative thing that I even attracted to my life was, I created this whole scene in my mind of how my boss is going to be upset with me. And I actually experienced the same exact scene. So it's so powerful. I feel like, just experiment. You'll achieve wonders if you're consistent.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing. That's amazing.
Yeah, and also another thing, there has not been, as far as I remember, there has not been a thing that has not come when I experience. It doesn't mean that it's always like the universe will always provide. It doesn't mean that. But there are things that I did not get, but then I got an answer to why I did not get that, because something better came along. So, as much as you want to manifest things into your life, if something doesn't happen, it is still for your good, because an even better thing will come along, and it will somehow come into your life. Your timing is not equal to the universe timing. So that is one thing to be mindful of, because sometimes we lose hope when we don't get it according to our timing. So just wanted to share that. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, that's wonderful. Yeah, you just nailed it. Yes, I think we lose hope because something is not manifesting. But then again, the universe, the divine plan is different. We this is where there's another universal law is called law of allowing, where we resist a lot of things, saying that why is this not happening, or why is this coming into my life? We need to allow it. Whatever is happening, allow it. And then once the universe is always listening to your desires. It's always trying to fulfill your desires, but it will come to you in one way or the other. I think it's just that consistency and being patient and having that trust is very much important. Any other questions, friends?
Thank you, Bindu, for a wonderful session. Really enjoyed it. You ended with the forgiveness. That is the hardest one. I always find it, get rid of it from my thoughts. I think I need to work on the forgiveness. I normally get those things, and it's difficult to get rid of them. I'm going to work on that one, and you end up with a good topic to work on it. Thank you so much. It was a wonderful session. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Bindu. Thank you so much for the wonderful session. I just want to say thanks to you. So it was clearly explained about our subconscious mind. And all my questions got cleared with your explanation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sandeep.
And just to add, I think Sandeep, you can mention that we've got this book in our Google Drive. The PDF version is there. So if anybody
yes.
would like,
Yes,
like to read it, you've got it there. So please do utilize that book club as well.
Any other questions, friends, or any sharing?
Yeah, and friends, this is a topic where we have to add our own version of understanding, right? So as Loveline has shared, so it's about a book as having a core thought, as having a good theory. Okay, so have we applied in our life, right? So that's the point we have to acquire. So if we get a mastery of this in our life, so it may take 5 years, 10 years, we don't know, but we have to attain a spiritual labor on this. Spiritual labor means what is the path we are taking to enlighten ourselves from our root chakra to sahasrara on every aspect of our life. So hardships come, struggles come in our life, right? The dreams manifest. So the manifestation issues. Why? So everybody will have different ratio of issues. So there are two types. We have to take a conscious thought. Subconsciously, we have to manifest a plant, seed, then say that, we have to, what we want really in this life. What is the toughness, what do you want to achieve in a step-by-step wise. So create that. If I want to spend my time on a weekend on a sport life or on a spiritual life, or I want to do a business. So there are many things I can do. So what is it really you want? Pick one. Or if you are all rounder, you can manage multiple things. But start with one success, attain success in one area, and then you can increase the bandwidth, right? So and again, you can maintain that strength at each area. So there is happiness you can attain by increasing your strength of your soul. So particularly, as Bindu said, never leave a negative statement, reverse negative statement thoughts with positive vibes. So think about it, okay? Go through this point. Whatever happens in our life, end of the day, I know you are all in a positive vibes already. So hardly I see like out of 95%, 100%, only 5% or 10% is still occurring maybe. Then keep working out, right? So just your life examples, end of the day, in the meditation, maybe just 5 minutes, just churn, repeat them, and wherever you are unfulfilled, like negative statement conversion didn't happen, just convert them, then everything will be smooth. Okay, any more questions or would like to add from your experiences? Would love to hear. This is a book club, club of everybody. And very happy for you to join today and listening us. Thank you, friends. If you are not in a WhatsApp groups, please do connect us. We will add you, and we would like to hear from you. Thank you so much. Bindu garu, your final note, and we'll conclude.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Thank you very much, friends. Thank you for all those comments. It's been my great pleasure to, talk about this book. I've learned a lot from this book, and I hope you all did too. I think one reading is not enough for this book because Bob Proctor says, he's my mentor, and he's 87 years old, and he says he reads the book Think and Grow Rich every day. So he's been into that for 60 years or odd. So, even at this age, if he's doing, and we can imagine and understand what's the power of repetition. This is what the subconscious mind does. Read every day, whatever it is. If you want to impress something, if you want to achieve something, your subconscious mind has to be reprogrammed. So it only does by repetition. So again, reading a lot of books, mental diet, self-talk, positive self-talk. This is all something so important. Watching very less of TV or negative, anything that will impact your emotions negatively is something we got to be very careful of. And making sure that you're with a greater minds. What I mean by greater minds are the books like this. This is a wealth for me. I feel this is just a wealth. I mean, how can somebody achieve everything just by reading this book? It's got answer for everything in your life, one stop solution, I would say. So I think I would recommend and request all of you to read this book and take that divine nectar of this book. Thank you, friends, for attending this session. It's great to be part of it today. Thank you.